Hello, Derek.
Hiya, Kenny.
So what's on the agenda today then?
Well, today we're going to be playing My Grandfather's Clock.
Oh, that's an old tune.
It is a great old one, yeah.
I think, if I remember rightly, it was written by Henry Clare Walk.
All right.
Okay. And he wrote that in 1876,
All
around
right.
that time,
Yeah,
which really, technically, makes it 150 years next year.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I know it because I mean when I was young we had well, everybody had brass bands, didn't they? And they
Also up here.
the collieries, that's right, the brass bands and all the competitions, and they all used to play My Grandfather's Clock.
And Haydn, did they play it? Or?
Yeah, no, they did. They had a good brass band. Yeah.
Wow. So did you not play it? Were you?
No, I started off with the bugle in the church lads brigade. Yeah, so I used to play the bugle. That was good fun. I joined the church lads brigade because they got a church girls brigade as well, you know.
And that's how you met Brenda.
Well, I did after a while. Yeah.
After much endeavour. Well done, you.
But the tune, it's taken from a sort of a child's view on the grandfather's clock. Aye, because it went on for 90 years,
90 years.
Never stopped. And then when he died, of course,
it did stop, didn't it?
It did stop, aye.
And what happened to the clock, Derek?
Well, they dismantled it because it wouldn't work at all. So all the wood got kindling. That's right. And the rest was just sold off as scrap. You know. And I think it goes on to say that they bought a crappy clock and put it on the wall, like a modern clock.
Like a modern cuckoo.
The kid didn't like that.
No, it wasn't the same anymore.
Anyway, My Grandfather's Clock, it's good that. We should have a bit of fun with that one.
Oh, lovely. Did I tell you I did a good job for my neighbour?
All right.
It annoys me because you do something good for them. Yeah? And then she turned around and said, I could marry you, Kenny.
So you're doing such a good job.
Just such a good job, yeah.
So what's the matter then?
Well, she threatens to ruin my life, doesn't she?
I like that. I know they're not real, Kenny. The voices in my head.
Yeah.
I know they're not real. But they do come up with some fantastic ideas.
Boom, boom. Did I tell you, Derek,
Right.
that I went out with this girl, well before I met Karen actually, and she told me she was a hooker.
Oh, lovely. Right.
Well, I thought that was really sexy at the time, you know, young lad and all that.
Yeah.
So I said to her, would you embellish a bit more?
Right, and what did she say?
What did she say? She was a hooker for Wigan Rugby League.
She used to be a hooker. For Wigan. You know, Kenny, I just remembered there, I was watching the television programme the other day, and I thought it was fantastic. It was all the things you could do, you know, and it was really fantastic. Some of the things you can get up to and what you could do, and then halfway through, I really realised it was a religious programme, and there were all the sins that you shouldn't be doing.
Drat! Spoiled it all.
Anyway, My Grandfather's Clock. Here we go.
Here we go.
My Grandfather's Clock.
by Henry Clear Walk.